have reached Red Steele's Togo review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing from SH Figuarts Ultimate Gohan. SH Figuarts Ultimate Gohan Superhero. But before I get into the actual review, I just want to go over some of the spectacular details on this packaging. Up front here, typical display window showing both the figure and all its accessories inside. In the top corner, you have SH Figuarts. Along the side here, it says Ultimate Gohan Superhero. Below that, it says the same thing in Japanese. The other side of the packaging, you have a profile shot of the actual figure, and behind that, you have him in various action poses, which carries onto the side of the packaging. Below that, you have the warning label that says the figure's for ages 15 and up. Over here, you have a silver sticker that says Toy Animation Certificate of Licensed Grant. Next to that, you have the Dragonball Z superhero logo. Over here, you have the Tamashii Nation. In the corner here, the Bandai emblem. On the side of the packaging here, you have Ultimate Gohan Superhero. Over here, it says the same thing in Japanese. Then over here, you have SH Figuarts. Below that, Ultimate Gohan Superhero. And below that, it says the same thing in Japanese. On the other side of the packaging, on the very bottom here, you have the same thing. Then on the back of the packaging here, in the top corner, it says Ultimate Gohan Superhero. Below that, it says a full array of interchangeable hand and face parts allow for expressive portrayal of the anime. Up here, it says Super Modeling. Master fully crafted sculpt accurately depicts the character form in meticulous detail. Merely of all the figure's features such as Gohan in various action poses, then over here says, simple style and heroic action. SH Figuarts is a standard action figure series that uses its art style and technology of Tamashii Nation to pursue character expression through humanoid action. Super action! Dynamic articulation enables recreation of iconic action sequences from the anime, and down here you have the Bandai Namco logo. SH Figuarts Ultimate Gohan Superhero. Gohan was released July 16th, 2022 with the suggested retail price of $34.99 and is available at select retailers. Gohan has multiple points of articulation and his accessories include 2 optional expressions and 3 pairs of optional hands. Gohan stands 5.5 inches tall and he is meant for fans ages 15 and up. Now that I have Ultimate Gohan on my display table, so I'm going to go over some of his play features and accessories. First by talking about his optional hands. He comes with 3 pairs of these optional hands. And the first 2 here appear, he's got like 2 fingers up, 2 fingers down, thumb sticking out, and he might be doing like maybe a semi-powerful energy blast here. The next 2 hands here are 2 semi-open hands where he's maybe doing one of his trademark energy blasts like the Kamehameha or maybe even the Masenko. Put those down. The last 2 of his optional hands are 2 open hands. And these hand sculpts are so finely detailed. If I can zoom in on and get some of that detail on camera. You get some palm detail, you get some wrinkles in the fingers here. You flip it over, you got some back of the hand detail, knuckle detail, and you even have fingernail detail. I mean, how many action figure companies actually do the fingernails on their figures? Very, very cool. And Tamashii Nation and Bandai have a different take on swapping out their optional hands. Because usually when you take the hand off here, at the end of the wrist here you have a porthole, at the end of the hand you have a peg. But Tamashii flipped that where at the end of the hand you have a porthole, at the end of the wrist you have like a ball socket joint that's on a swivel joint, which gives it more points of articulation. You take the hand now, put it on that ball socket to hear that little pop, just like that, and now you have Gohan, this new optional hands. Now I know in the past I've griped about having so many different optional hands, and I felt that maybe another accessory would be better utilized with this figure. But with a lot of these figures, a lot of collectors pose them in their trademark poses, and these optional hands make that very, very possible. I'm going to go and put these optional hands off to the side, because the next accessory I'm bringing are their expressions. And the expression here is, this one you have Gohan yelling, maybe he's yelling one of his energy blasts, and right here he's got that grin where he's gritting his teeth. And Tamashii Nation also has a different take on having swappable expressions, but because instead of doing the whole head sculpt here, they actually just did that. They did a faceplate with a special expression, which hence the name expression, optional expression. And we're to about the faceplate here. Gohan here has a piece right here where he has his hair piece right here that kind of is on a separate mold, and he's on a peg. You just pull it out just like that. And at the bottom of this hair piece, you pull out that faceplate just like that. Because on the top of the hair piece right here, you have 2 portholes. Top of the faceplate, you have 2 pegs. You take that faceplate, you plug it right into that hairpiece just like that. You turn that hairpiece around, and you get all these pegs on the back of the faceplate right here and the hairpiece. Well, on the head sculpt here, you have all those various portholes. You match up those portholes and you just plug it right back into place, just like this. And I'm having a hard time because it's kind of falling apart, but I got it. And now you have Gohan with his new optional expression. Very, very cool. I'm going to go and put his other expressions off to the side, but I'm going to go and talk about Gohan himself. And this figure is fantastic. I mean, usually they sculpt a different, this is the gi right here. It's different than the chest. What they did this time was they actually molded out one piece and just painted the chest right here, flesh color. And they did a great job because I don't really see the purple bleeding through the flesh color paints. So they did some great detail. And I mean, even with the sculpt for the boots here, very nicely done. I noticed they have a point of articulation in the toe too. You got toe articulation, ankle articulation. You got the swivel joint right there. You got double jointed knees. You got the hips, the waist. You even have the chest here. You have butterfly. You have shoulder, bicep, wrist, neck, and head. It's crazy how many points of articulation this figure has. So I mean, he's very dynamic. You can almost pose him in any of his trademark poses that you see on the anime or comic book or manga. Very nicely done. And this Gohan here, I'm not very familiar with. Because Gohan I'm familiar with is towards the Buu saga. He wore this outfit, but he had the belt that was tied to his side. I believe this is for Dragon Ball Super Hero, which comes after Dragon Ball Super. And it's where him and Piccolo kind of team together and they have their own adventure. And I have not seen that yet, so I can't really get into detail what they do because I am a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I did get into Super, but I didn't really finish all Super yet. And Super Hero, I believe, is the next series. I could be wrong. If you do know the correct answer, please leave in the comments below. But this figure is fantastic. I mean, I love Gohan, and I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z in Japan when Gohan was coming up. And when he defeated Cell, so that's why I connect with Gohan a little bit more than Goku. But now over time, I gravitated more towards Goku, and I've always loved Vegeta too. So I mean, a lot of the characters in the Dragon Ball Z universe I love, but Gohan's one of the ones I just really connected with because I grew up with him. But this figure is fantastic. He is a reissue right now that's on store shelves, so I'd highly advise picking him while he's still in circulation. But if you guys found any of the information in this video valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.